The neighbor's dog had been barking for 3 hours straight. The clock, glowing softly toward midnight, seemed to whisper that time was still ours to reclaim. We lay there, eyes open, not in defeat but in quiet witness, as the ceiling became a canvas where our thoughts painted stories of growth, lessons learned, and hopes yet to come. Every thought is a spark, not chaos, but a reminder that the mind is alive, still reaching for understanding. There came the memory of something awkward said at a party years ago. But now it arrived less like an intruder and more like a teacher, showing how far we've come. Then the imagination, bold as ever, conjured futures uncertain, and yet each scenario carried a quiet message that we are adaptable, capable, and stronger than any what if. The mind wasn't a reckless playwright anymore, but an artist experimenting with scripts of possibility. We tried rolling over, adjusting the pillow, searching for peace. And maybe the brain wasn't restless after all. Maybe it was simply trying to remind us that we're alive, that feeling deeply is proof of being awake. One moment we revisited a past mistake, the next we imagined a better tomorrow. The show was still running, yes, but perhaps this time we could applaud the courage it takes to keep imagining. If someone had peeked into our thoughts just then, they might not have seen a soap opera, but a rehearsal for resilience. Each worry was an echo of care, each regret a sign of reflection. It was intense, yes, but deeply human, the kind of intensity that reminds us we're still learning, still growing. The mind wasn't cruel, it was just trying to keep us safe, long after the world had gone quiet. And we knew that these worries couldn't rewrite the past, nor could they predict the future. The awkward moment had already taught its lesson. The imagined disasters were only sketches on paper, waiting to be replaced with stories of calm and clarity. Still, a thought persisted, perhaps not to torment, but to train us in the art of letting go. The night stretched on, not a battlefield, but a classroom between rest and awareness. Even the body joined in, speaking in its own language: tension, heartbeat, movement. It was a reminder that mind and body are teammates, both longing for peace. The dog outside finally quieted, and within that stillness, we realized the real circus wasn't chaos, it was creativity seeking direction. By the time dawn brushed against the blinds, clarity arrived. The problem had never been the barking or the silence, it was simply that our attention had wandered too far from the now. In that moment, the bed was soft, the blanket warm, and the present perfectly whole, perfectly enough. The truth was simple: we seek peace, yet often chase worry thinking it will prepare us. We replay old scenes hoping they'll change, or preview new ones thinking it will protect us. But life, gentle and patient, waits right here, asking only to be lived, to be noticed, to be trusted. And that's the scene, a human night, a thinking mind and heart learning to listen. We may laugh about it in the morning, but something deeper stays. The quiet realization that we have the power to decide how long the circus stays open. So here we are, in the gentle light of morning, looking back at a night where the mind staged another show. That's what worry does, it tries to help, dressing up as preparation or protection. But most of the time, it's just rehearsing old lines, pacing the stage. We find ourselves pulled between yesterday and tomorrow, but the present, patient and kind, is always ready for our return. It's almost fascinating how small thoughts can feel so large. A memory becomes a mountain, a stray idea grows into a future film reel. And though it feels urgent, we know this inner storytelling is not failure, it's proof of imagination, of care. When we see that clearly, the loop begins to loosen, and suddenly, we're no longer trapped, we're just watching the rerun with new awareness. The mind loves to time travel, and that's okay. But every time it settles back into the now, there's a rare stillness, a peace we almost forgot existed. The quiet isn't empty, it's full of life waiting to be noticed. And the more we practice returning, the more natural it feels. Yes, everyone worries, but not everyone must live inside their worries. We can notice them, greet them, and let them pass without offering them a spare room. We are not our thoughts, we are the ones who witness them. And in that recognition, freedom quietly begins. None of this means we're broken, it means we're human. Our minds are storytellers designed to protect us, even if sometimes they overdo the drama. It's not a flaw, it's an invitation to guide our awareness more gently. So maybe our question shouldn't be how do I stop worrying, but rather how can I walk beside my thoughts without losing myself in them. We can let the mind perform its shows, but we can also learn to take back the stage. The circus can still exist, but this time, we're the ones holding the spotlight. The habit of worry isn't something we erase overnight, and maybe it's not something we're meant to erase at all. It's part of being human, part of how we care. But like any companion who talks too loudly, it can be guided, softened, and given boundaries. The goal isn't to silence the mind, but to teach it a gentler rhythm, to let thoughts flow without letting them flood. Worry doesn't need to be an enemy, it can become a messenger that reminds us to return to balance. One way to begin is by giving our worries a proper space and time, instead of letting them wander through every hour of the day. We can say, "Not now, I'll meet you later." And when that moment comes, we often find that their urgency has faded, their edges softened. By creating the boundary, we quietly take back the steering wheel. The mind learns that it can bring its concerns to the table, but it no longer runs the whole meeting. Another doorway back to calm lives in the body. When the mind refuses to settle, movement can speak the language it understands. A walk, a stretch, a few deep breaths, each act is a bridge, reconnecting thought to presence. The body lives only in the present moment. When we move, breathe, or feel, we follow it home. Through the body, the noise begins to quiet, and the world starts to feel real again. Writing, too, is a quiet act of freedom. When we pour our thoughts onto paper, we give them a place to rest outside of us. They lose their weight when seen in ink, their power softens under the light of perspective. Later, when we read those pages again, we often smile, realizing how few of those fears ever came true. They become proof not of what we feared, but of how far we've grown since we wrote them. And then, there's humor, the softest healer of all. When we learn to laugh gently at the mind's exaggerations, everything becomes lighter. Not the mocking kind of laughter, but the kind that says, "There you go again," being dramatic. This small distance lets us see our thoughts for what they are, stories, not sentences. Laughter opens the heart, and through that opening, peace quietly slips back in. Sometimes the simplest act is the most powerful, to pause and breathe. Each breath is a reminder that we are here, now, and safe. When we inhale deeply, we invite calm. When we exhale, we release the stories that no longer serve us. Breath after breath, we build a bridge back to the present moment, a bridge sturdy enough to carry us through even the stormiest nights. Peace isn't built in grand gestures, it's restored in these quiet returns. The goal isn't to live without worry, but to live with it differently. To give it less room, less control, less voice. When we stop letting it narrate every scene, we make space for other voices, curiosity, gratitude, joy. And slowly, the mind learns balance. Worry becomes background music, not the main score. And in that gentle shift, life begins to sing again, softly, but unmistakably in tune. Worry has always walked beside humanity, stitched into our thinking as a way to prepare, to protect, to plan. But when it takes the lead, we forget to live the very life we're trying to safeguard. Days blur, nights shorten, and our minds stay busy rehearsing scenes that never need to be performed. Yet even this is not failure, it's simply the signal that it's time to pause, to breathe, and to step back into what's real. Because the moment we notice we've drifted is the very moment we begin to return. Peace isn't found in erasing every thought, it's discovered in how we meet them. The past no longer needs our repetition, and the future doesn't require our prediction. What's left is the present, humble, quiet, and complete in its simplicity. It waits for us to notice it, the way light fills a room that's been dark for too long. And once we see it, we realize peace was never gone, we had just been looking in the wrong direction. This journey is not about conquering the mind, it's about softening toward it. Not about forcing silence, but about learning to listen with compassion. When we see worry as a habit rather than a truth, it begins to loosen its grip. It still whispers, but now we know we don't have to obey. We become the observer instead of the actors. And in that space, life begins to open again. A meal tastes brighter, a laugh lasts longer. Even quiet feels alive, not empty, but full. We walk a little lighter, no longer carrying every imagined storm. And somewhere between thought and stillness, we rediscover something sacred. The freedom of simply being here, right now, unburdened, awake, and alive.